Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. We have about 3 more to go. We'll be done this series on what I learned in dating. So today I'm going to be talking about the difference between dating and arranged marriages, like arranged such as like God bringing two people together. Okay. I've had a lot of conversations about this, whatever, and I just thought that I would make it one of the YouTubes. I know I didn't announce it, but stay tuned next week where we'll talk about women on a download. And then the week after that, we'll talk about becoming abstinent. All right. My name is Sheila Rollins, and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries, Entertainment and Associates, Inc. On this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anyone desiring to overcome anything. And so if you're visiting for the first time, welcome. If you're returning as a visitor, welcome to our YouTube family. And so if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe. And I'm soliciting your help, please. If you can help me to grow the channel by way of sharing with everyone and everywhere and encouraging subscription as you share. And also remember that when you share, you may be sharing with someone who is suffering in silence. So please remember to share. So dating. What I learned about dating. This is series number 6. Basically that I felt like I had to choose between life in the flesh and godliness in dating. I never had it where it's like usually I got in a relationship. I never had it where I like dated around. A guy this week, another one next week, another one in the next 2 weeks. Like never like that. However, when I was single, I never did because I know me and I know that it would make me feel like kind of like dirty. And if I saw somebody that I knew and say maybe the same person saw me maybe at another restaurant or something like that with a different guy, I would feel like, I had to explain myself like, what had happened was, what that person right there, it didn't really work out. So, now I'm seeing this person, and I'm like, I really learned that dating is really I'm going to say, the impersonator, can't think of the word, counterfeit. There you go. It's the counterfeit for what God would have like in a relationship, a marriage, and all of that. Because what happens is, people usually get into the flesh, that childhood sexual thing that should be healed in order for you to grow on as an adult and, learn some self-control. Though control was probably taken out of your hands, those things run wild. Whereas when you consider marriage, how God first ordained marriage, and this is what dating is supposed to do, help people meet somebody that is suitable for them. But however, they're doing it themselves. In the Bible, in the beginning, Genesis chapter 2, verses 20 to 25, God actually brought Adam and Eve together. He created a fit mate for Adam, and so, when you look at the Bible of other examples, Adam and Eve, Jacob, Leah, and Rachel, even though Leah was not what Jacob wanted, he wanted Rachel, but he got both of them. Basically it was not something that he was doing on his own. It wasn't arranged with Jacob, and I say that because, he saw Rachel, he liked her, but he wanted to work for her, whatever. It still failed. The families agreed, in other words, is what I'm trying to say. Isaac and Rebecca, Isaac wasn't even there. Abraham set down his one of his servants, and the servant prayed to God. I have to look at my time. Servant prayed to God that, God would lead him all the way. And so, it's like with dating, like I said, it's a lot of, a time where people try and call this stuff, some of them shack up, call this stuff trying out marriage. The only way you can try out marriage is to get married. You can't try shacking to see whether or not you are fit for marriage. You can only do marriage to determine if you are fit for marriage. But however, something even greater than that is like submitting to God, like to heal us from everything that we've been through in childhood, and that, we would allow Him, to heal us and then prepare us, our hearts and our minds, so that we can come into something holy, so we can be happy and share a lot of joy with one another instead of pain. Okay, no matter how nice people try to be on a date, it always ends up in a lot of pain. And so with an arranged marriage, or God, making marriage for people, it's a more healthier situation. Okay. And so that's what I'm waiting for. So next week, women on the down low, that's all I have for you, really. Comment down below what you experienced, what your feelings, what your take on, dating compared to arranged marriage or even courtship. Even with the courtship, there are a series of dates where people know that they're going to be married to each other, which is different. With dating, they kind of like just skirting around, trying to find somebody. And a lot of times, people just looking for somebody to have sex with. Okay. All right. Now unto Him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of His glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. I love you. Okay, and with this COVID-19 thing, we want to be holy. We want to be prepared for Jesus, because it is a sign of the time. Pestilence, the Bible talks about that. A disease that they have no cure for. So we want to be on the side of godliness. So let us come together and help God to make us whole and happy. See you in another YouTube, whether we're with somebody or not. Okay? See you in the next YouTube.